We are going to be making some lasagna for dinner today, and these are going to be our ingredients that we're going to be using. All of those spices, we're going to be using this sauce, our mozzarella cheese, some sazon, chicken bouillon, and some sofrito that I made. I also put fresh parsley in my ricotta sauce. I got the ricotta cheese, we got our noodles, garlic of course, and then I'm going to be making it with ground turkey instead of ground beef. That's just my preference. You could always use ground turkey or ground beef or ground chicken, whatever you prefer. 3% lean and 7% fat. The more lean, the better. We're going to start by getting a onion. I like to use the white one. It really doesn't matter what color onion you use, but I'm going to be using white because that's what I have available and on hand. And then I'm just going to use half of this large onion. I'm telling you, I'm not a professional, so if you're trying to learn how to cook, I'm gonna help y'all. I'm gonna be putting the water now to boil. We're gonna put some salt in the water, and I'm gonna be using the entire box. We're gonna put the onions in there. We're gonna put chicken bouillon, 2 of them, and then a sazon packet. In addition to that seasoning, I'm going to put some of the sofrito, the homemade sofrito that I made. This is something that I also make homemade. It's just avocado oil, the annatto seeds, and it's to help with the color of the meat, and it also gives it like a slight taste. And I put some garlic in it as well. Perfect for when you're trying to brown the meat. Put that sofrito in, and we're gonna use a lot of sofrito because that's what's gonna give it the flavor that we're looking for. See this here? So we're gonna let that cook nicely. I am going to go ahead and mash up some garlic. So we're gonna have some garlic. I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cloves. I don't measure things. I just do it to where my heart and my soul feels like it's right. I'm gonna mash it up a little bit. And the pilon, I got this pilon in Puerto Rico on my last trip to Puerto Rico. Take out all of that garlic. You could also put peppers in it, but because the sofrito already has peppers in it, I don't want to. Big old chunk, we ain't using this big old chunk in that, so we're discarding that. Smells so good. You smell the garlic, you smell the pepper, you smell the ají, the cilantro, everything is all in the sofrito. I'm gonna start preheating the oven. I'm gonna put it at 375, a little more than half of the ground turkey pack. Now we're gonna just mix everything in there together nicely. And I haven't seasoned the meat just yet because I feel like with this kind of meat, you gotta wait a little bit before you start putting in like the salt and the pepper and all of the seasonings that you're gonna be, the spices that you're gonna be adding. So now we're gonna add our spices. It's gonna be salt, the right amount. We're gonna use some garlic powder, some black pepper, because that's a necessity, onion powder, then we're gonna put in some oregano. Then we're using this adobo. This is not the Goya adobo, this is the complete seasoning. Also gonna be adding a chicken bouillon. And yes, they're sticking out of the pot, but once they boil, they won't be. Our oven is already preheated. We have to make our sauce for the pasta, which is the ricotta sauce. Let's go ahead and start that. And just like, you know, gets to cut, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to be like small. We'll check on our meat. It's always important to like, you gotta multitask a lot when you're in the kitchen. So based on the amount of pasta that I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna do a lot. I'm gonna use a lot of the ricotta, probably like, is up to here. So like what, 3/4. We are going to add an egg to it. I'm gonna add an egg to it. Ooh. Just scoop this in there. Scoop it in. Flavor. I went to Walmart and I bought all the ingredients for this meal. And you would not guess how much I had to pay. 45, 50 bucks just to make lasagna. Even though it's expensive, I think it's worth it. This right here, baby. Look at how I'm gonna, you know, make this happen here. So our pasta is officially done, but remember, we're gonna put our pasta sauce in it. Smells good. Actually, it is pretty good. I do like my pasta saucy. I put in half good. So good. To go ahead and just put in a layer of sauce. We are going to just lay it on. And it's crazy because I think this might be too small. Told you. It's always something, but it's okay. We'll make it work with what we got. Now we're gonna take our ricotta sauce that we made, and I'm gonna put it like 1, 2, put on top. We're gonna be adding our cheese on that, don't be scared. I'm gonna put more meat. You can just do this one more layer here. Cheese, you know, add the cheese, nice and nice. I knew I wasn't gonna need the entire box. Be eaten. So, yes. And then we top it with our cheese. You cannot tell me that this does not look delicious. You cannot. Like, I will take 0 critiques on this. I'm sorry. Oven for at 375 for 45 minutes, and I'll let y'all know. Look at this. Oh. Go on. Take a look at it. Smells delicious, and I'm about to have me a nice little piece because I can't wait. But look at this. I took it out of the oven and I let it sit for 15, probably 20 minutes. So hopefully now when I cut into it, it's not gonna be like all over the place. But even if it is, I don't care. I'm hungry. I need to try this out now. Oh, look at that, guys. We gonna try it. Fork. Oh, here. Wow. This is good. Try this recipe. You will not be disappointed. So I'll see you guys next time with the next meal that I make.